Today we're making Wal-Mart beef ribs. Let's try them out, see how they are. Are they any good? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. On the Oklahoma Joe offset smoker using oak wood. All right, so I've got these guys all rinsed off, and they look like shiners to me. What are shiners? Well, it's when they cut the actual steak away from the bone. When they're trimming up the rib meat, sometimes they get so close to the bone that they actually, you can see parts of the bone sticking through, and that's what's known as a shiner. So now that I've got this taken apart and rinsed off and dried, I mean, it's a lot of bone here. A lot of bone, a lot of fat. But there is a decent amount of meat in between the rib. I mean, there is something there worth eating, and it does have some good fat in it, so it might be okay. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and trim them up a little bit, make sure all the membranes are off, and we'll go from there. This only has a little piece of membrane right here. The rest of this rib looks pretty clean. This set here, this has membrane all across it. The next thing to do is trim up any excess fat. Bottom piece looks fine as far as fat's concerned. But this top one, it's got some extra thick spots that I think I want to trim a little bit. I mean, usually I leave fat on, but this is just rock hard fat. I don't think it's going to render down into anything eatable. All right, I think I've cut off about as much fat as I can get without cutting into the meat too much. I mean, for as fatty as it is, it does have some nice meat pockets on it. I mean, the meat smells good. I mean, it smells like it's fresh butchered meat. Now, I'm just going to put hot sauce on it as the binder instead of mustard. Just seems to be something I'm doing with beef ribs nowadays. Any hot sauce should be fine. I usually don't get too much of a spicy heat carryover from the cook to the end product, but I do get a nice tang from the vinegar that's in it. I think that's why I enjoy it so much. I'm not trying to make these into something they're not. I'm just trying to see how they are. So I'm going to keep it light and easy. Salt and pepper. I'm going to do a nice thick coating of the pepper. I'm going to be sure to push it into the meat a little bit so that it helps stick. All right, let's go check on the fire. I'm going to go around, I don't know, 275 for 4 or 5 hours. We'll see what they do. See how long it takes them. All right, let's check out the fire. Looks like we have a decent fire going. It's pretty hot out today, so we're probably going to be running a little hot on smoker. Yeah, we're pushing 310. All right, stack looks good. But that's all right, we'll live with it. I don't think it'll hurt anything. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of rub this off real quick, just in case there's anything funky on it. Yeah. All right, now I just need to babysit the fire for a couple hours. Hour and a half in. I'm gonna go ahead and spray with the 50/50. Now I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. It looks like I've got a little pool of goo that's dripping from the top up here. Maybe. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Maybe it's coming out of the meat, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over and see if that goes away. Might as well spray them again while I'm doing it. No, they don't look bad. I mean, aside from the lack of meat. It's hard work tending a fire. It's a hot day. I mean, yeah, I think my toes are getting sunburnt because that's the only part that's not in the shade. I mean, it's rough. Yeah, it's good. All right, we're about 290. Let's go ahead and give them a spray, see how they look. Let's get in a little bit closer here. So you can see we're getting a lot of meat pullback. Means a lot of the fat's rendered out. And that bone in the back is just kind of coming off. But it's still pretty tough. I mean, it's not anywhere near ready to go. Tastes pretty good though. Yeah, at least that little bit that I touched on my finger tasted good. So yeah, I think these ribs are pretty much all fat, but if we can render most of that out, what is left, it should be pretty good, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, we're about 4 hours in. 4.5 hours. Let's see how they feel. Well, these are, I think these are about done. They feel nice and soft. And, yeah. It's kind of like pushing through, some, not room temperature butter, but like slightly chilled butter. So I'm going to go ahead and get a plate and pull these off. They smell good. Alright, so let's go ahead and take one of these guys off. See what it looks like on the inside. So I got a decent smoke ring, and the meat actually looks okay. Let's try a little piece of it. Now, with other ribs, when I get the feel that I got on these, they tend to fall apart a little more, but it's still pretty hot, so I can't really manhandle it yet. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, taste-wise, that's all right. There's just so much fat that renders out of these. It's not. I mean, you're not getting the kind of meat that you'd get from a nice plate rib. All right, let's go ahead and open one of these guys up. Now that actually looks. I mean, that looks fantastic. That looks nice. A lot of the fat rendered out. It's got a really nice smoke ring. So, I mean, I'm really happy with the way it looks. Let's go ahead and try a taste of it. I just wish there was more, meat there. It's pretty good. I mean, I think this piece, the thicker piece is a little better than what the thinner piece turned out. And you get this pack of ribs from Wal-Mart. There's going to be two different cuts of rib in there. One of them is going to have a lot more meat on the other one. I think they package them that way on purpose. But, I mean, that piece looks really nice. I don't know. You can see that. Took the smoke really well. It has a real nice flavor to it. I just think these ribs are, what's left over when they're done butchering the cow for other things. I mean, if you're looking for a good set of beef ribs, I wouldn't recommend these. But if it's just for you at the house, I think it's all right. I mean, if I was eating this by myself, I'd be happy. So, this is just for anyone that's curious about the beef ribs from Walmart. I'd eat them. I mean, I wouldn't go around bragging about them. It's really not bad. Anyways, thanks for watching.